Donald Trump is promising to end the war in Ukraine in 24 hours if he's re-elected.
If I were president, and I say this, I will end that war in one day. It'll take 24 hours.
That sounds great, right? Peace is good, but here's the problem. Trump's idea of peace looks a lot like Ukraine losing. His plan? Cut off US support, pressure Ukraine to negotiate, and force a deal that favors Russia. That's not peace. That's a sellout. But why would Trump do this? What does he gain? And how does it fit into his larger geopolitical strategy? Let's break it down. Trump's foreign policy has always been about prioritizing US interest in the most transactional way possible. His America First doctrine means cutting costs and avoiding commitments that don't bring immediate benefits to the US. While previous presidents saw US global influence as a way to maintain stability and economic dominance, Trump sees it as an unnecessary burden. Supporting Ukraine costs money, billions of dollars in military aid, logistical support, and humanitarian assistance. To Trump, this is a bad deal. He has repeatedly questioned why America should foot the bill for a war happening thousands of miles away. He argues that Europe should shoulder more of the financial and military burden, even though European nations have already committed significant resources. But Trump's approach goes beyond just dollars and cents. He fundamentally does not view the Ukraine war as a struggle for democracy or global stability. Instead, he sees it as a regional conflict that the US should stay out of. That's why he has hinted at pulling US support entirely. If that happens, Ukraine loses its main source of weapons, intelligence, and funding. That puts immense pressure on Kyiv to negotiate with Russia on Moscow's terms that would likely involve territorial concessions and a weakened Ukrainian state. Trump's admiration for Putin is no secret. Throughout his presidency and beyond, he has praised Putin as strong and smart, often downplaying Russia's aggressive actions on the world stage. When Russia meddled in the 2016 US election, Trump dismissed US intelligence assessments and sided with Putin's denials. When Russia launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022, Trump called it genius. During his presidency, Trump delayed military aid to Ukraine, famously using it as leverage to pressure President Volodymyr Zelensky into investigating Joe Biden's son. He also undermined NATO, questioning its importance and even suggesting that he would let Russia do whatever it wants to NATO countries that don't spend enough on defense. These statements sent shockwaves through US allies, many of whom saw Trump as willing to dismantle the very security structures that have kept Russia in check for decades. For Putin, Trump is an ideal US president, one who weakens NATO, isolates Ukraine, and fosters division within the West. If Trump returns to office and follows through on his threats to reduce US commitments in Europe, Russia would gain more leverage in Ukraine and beyond. In Putin's playbook, Trump is the best shot at securing a deal that allows Russia to keep its territorial gains and reshape Eastern Europe to its advantage. Trump's promise to end the war in 24 hours isn't about peace. It's about cutting losses. And for Ukraine, that means being forced into surrender. For Putin, it's a win. For the world, it's a message that aggression pays off. The question is, will America let that happen? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more geopolitical breakdowns.